reset for a moment. I'm meteorologist Matt Laubhan alongside our meteorologist Alan Matthews. We continue to watch tornado warnings for 3 counties, though I think they've just in the last moment or two here sliced off far northern Tishomingo County from the tornado warning. Confirmed tornado touchdown that we've talked about for the last little bit here with significant damage along Highway 72. We'll have more time to talk about that after we get some of these tornado warnings off of the map here. We have 2 tornado warnings that we are watching at this time, one of which is confirmed tornado touchdown within the last 10 minutes here in Lowndes County, and another one that we have not had many reports on. It's simply in a less populated area, but certainly could be trying to produce that. I'm going to look from a couple different sites. Monroe County, that is a tight rotation. Same from Jackson. Let's look at debris mode on this one. We do not have debris that we can confirm at this moment. Let's get the angle correct on this. These all have a little bit more of an easterly motion than maybe they did earlier. I'm going to keep it at 50 miles per hour, though that is maybe just a little bit fast, and it does keep our track marginally south of Sugarlock. I'm going to have to adjust it north in a second just to include that for folks that associate themselves with those Sugarlock addresses. But certainly in the next 6 minutes to Wallach, Calix there in about 10 minutes, Paulette in 16 minutes, and 20 minutes into Cookville. This is not a confirmed tornado, but this is strong straight line winds. And that is important because the wind speeds on this are in the neighborhood pixel to pixel wind change. We'll see if we can get that back on here. We'll go from Monroe County and we'll pop that on 60 to 70 miles per hour. Let's see what it is from Jackson. This is important because when we were looking at that one up in Alcorn County, we had certainly 100+ mile per hour winds, so it was clear that it was a very strong storm at that point and proved to be a very strong tornado. 90 mile per hour winds is kind of the threshold where we believe for sure that we probably have a tornado. We're very close to that, so we need to treat this like this is a tornado on the ground down here in extreme southern Noxubee County. I'm going to get Sugarlock in the path. This is not the direct path. We think it's a little more east, but within 6 minutes for Sugarlock, you have to be in that tornado safe place on the lowest floor of a sturdy structure. This is working its way toward eventually Dancy in 22 minutes and Vienna in 29 minutes. Let's go back up to Lowndes County. Confirmed tornado on this as of last discussion. Let's go to wind mode on Storm Track Doppler radar. Tight rotation. This is now within the city grid, meaning we need to get an MDOT cam up from downtown if we could here in a moment, Alan. And that rotation has wrapped back up right along Old Macon Road just in the last couple moments here. Now, it's not as strong as sometimes is the case, but we've at least had a couple reports of small, weak tornadoes. In fact, just at this exact minute, small, weak tornado is brief, reported by a storm spotter just about the exact spot we're looking at here. So at least a brief tornado touchdown within the last minute here in the south side there of Columbus. We hope that you are taking this seriously and you are in that tornado safe place. So these motions sometimes rotate through fastward. So we show this kind of pulling northward just a little bit more, 3 minutes to MUW if it continues on that current pace. And I do want to get a time for Columbus just to make sure we're at that action point. 3 minutes. I'm asking for 10 minutes of your time if you're one of those folks in Columbus that never goes through a tornado safe place. I'm just asking for 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now, you can come out and move on with your day. But right now, let's go to that tornado safe place and let's resume our lives 10 minutes from now. Speaking of safe place, we have lots and lots of folks that we always thank the folks for their safe place selfies. I want to show one of those here for just a moment, just to remind folks that it's important to get to that hallway, take that time, set a good example for the kids, and go to that safe place. And as soon as it's over, you come out, and hopefully we're in good shape and we don't have something that has caused damage. Report coming. Is it on this storm?
No, I've got the video up on the MDOT traffic camera, Matt. This is looking there on the 82 bypass, and if you look at that really tough there over the city line, I don't know if you're seeing anything there.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing it on that, and you'll probably have to make that for whatever reason. It's
Is it not full screen?
It's not full screen, so
okay,
you might
I'll
have to fix that, but that's okay.
I'll fix that for
we'll
you.
pull that up here in a second. So that rotation, we expect to be on the southern part there of the city grid of Columbus right now. So this is on really just the south side of town. Hopefully, these reports of brief tornadoes that this doesn't develop into more than that. Just in the last minute here, let's see. Okay, still looking here. Luckily, I mean, right now, current time is 5:15. We've had at least one brief tornado reported within the last 2 minutes. So we still have to assume that it's conceivable it could put another brief tornado down here within the next couple of minutes. Our rotation, our tornado, if it were occurring here, would cross the South Pickensville Road in the next probably minute and a half at absolute most. So this is on the south side of Columbus. If it's going to occur right now, I know that wind is picking up, and just the wind by itself is going to knock down a few trees. Let's look at the debris mode here on Storm Track Doppler radar. I don't have debris. We're close enough to that site in Monroe County that if this were producing a significant tornado, we would see debris right now. Unfortunately, debris is not predictive. It is something that tells us after the fact something has happened. So at least at this point, we can't confirm it, but this is easy to pick out. Right there, right there. I mean, that's where our rotation is, pretty much right over the city grid, over downtown Columbus now. Do you have that downtown Columbus camera? Yeah, I see that. There. So you can see the wind shooting across the street there. So we are looking east. So at this point, we're still in inflow because it's coming toward the camera here. It has locked on me. You might have to hit F5 on it. And stay on this for a minute here, if you would, and just hit F5, and we'll see if it'll pop back up. When it starts moving again, let me know, and we'll pop that back up. But we expect that to be over top of downtown Columbus at this moment. So we have to be on the lowest floor of that sturdy structure. This has been, within the last 5 minutes, a confirmed tornado on the ground. And we believe at this moment, crossing Highway 50, that we could have something along those lines as well. We're going to go back to that camera there in Columbus. It looks like it has locked up. You know what? Power outage, probably. That's not a good sign. See if I'm going to minimize that. Check and see if you can get any of the other cameras to come up there. I know that's kind of past the heart of a lot of those. National Weather Service also noting this tight circulation here directly over Columbus. So let's buckle down. Let's make it through the next few minutes here. If you happen to lose your signal, you can always watch us WTVA weather app. New scan in here. Let's see where it is. Okay, now it's on northeast side. Our rotation pretty much right over top of Military Road, 7th Avenue is where I put our rotation right now, continuing to move northeast. Storm coming through Columbus has good rotation, lowering possible funnel per live broadcast there. Okay, so we're continuing with this as observed tornado, we believe, on this thunderstorm as it moves toward the east and northeast. And for perspective, this is what we are concerned you could be up against. This is a picture of that tornado that we had in Burnsville just a little bit ago. This is a significant tornado. Now, we don't see quite the same rotation on this, but this is a significant, what we call multi-vortex tornado. We'll show this again here in a minute. I'm not going to dwell on it with a tornado in downtown Columbus, but potentially one. But this is the reason we're telling you to go that safe place, because this is an incredibly strong tornado there. I believe this is along Highway 72. That is a significant tornado. So that's what we are concerned could be going on in Columbus at this instant. Tornado debris signature on this right there. We have a tornado that has touched down in downtown Columbus, Craig. We have a tornado that has touched down in downtown Columbus. We have tornado debris detected on Storm Track Doppler radar. We can't tell you how large it is. And that's probably the reason that camera went down, is because that wind was being sucked in and then something knocked power's probably out at this instant in and around the Columbus area. If you lose power, we do continue your smartphone, if you can get it to work with those cell phone towers, WTVA weather app where it is. But we continue to show tornado debris signature here now on the northeast side of Columbus at this time. Nicole heading for Columbus. Okay, got it. Tightening rotation. Folks downstream issuing tornado warnings because of this. But we have a tornado that has touched down. We had numerous reports of one before this, so we can't at all be shocked about it. But a tornado that has touched down in Columbus. Considerable, the damage tag that the National Weather Service is using to describe this tornado on the ground in Columbus. That is significant pixel-to-pixel wind change, 124 miles per hour. So if you live upstream of this, this is going to be crossing Highway 82 east of Military Road within the next 45 seconds. Strong tornado on the ground. Debris noted on this scan. here, and that pixel-to-pixel wind change more than 100 miles per hour. I cannot put together a number of things that should send you to your safe place more completely than that. So we've got to give some roads here. So as you can see, that is Waterworks Road. Crossing that within 30 seconds. As you can see, US 82 there. A significant debris signature directly over top of Waterworks Road at this moment, just south of US 82. I know that the Columbus Nissan people are right about there because I have to take my car there a lot. This is going to pass very close to that location on the track there, maybe just slightly north of that. It's going to cross Highway 12 within the next 2 to 3 minutes. This is a significant tornado, and hopefully we're keeping folks out of this on either side of US 82 because this one is very, very, very strong. The pixel-to-pixel wind change on this, 117 miles per hour. This is a tornado doing significant damage. As it teased with these brief touchdowns before, but this is a significant tornado we believe to be on the ground at this moment, moving through the east and northeast sides of Columbus, and our thoughts and prayers are with those folks down there at this moment as it continues to move east and northeast. So if you live downstream of this, we have got to know a couple of things. First off, that this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. All three of these are checked, and that bright return there is all tornado debris. So we have to be in that tornado safe place if you live upstream of this. Steens, this is heading toward you. That is curled up. It's going to cross, it's about to cross US 82, but this is heading in the general direction of Steens. It's probably going to head more directly north here in the next couple of moments. This is a lot of area that probably already has had some flooding issues the last few days. But this is going to be tracking almost like it's going up toward Military Road. So lowest floor, sturdy structure, small windowless room, wrap up in blankets and pillows, and let's survive this. Stay there until we can give you the all clear. Folks who do live south and west of downtown Columbus, you can come out of that tornado safe place at this instant. But the debris signature here continues to be very significant, wrapping into the middle of this. So this is a tornado about to cross US 82 at this instant. Tornado debris signature on this is widening just a little bit. Nonetheless, we definitely see significant tornado debris on this, crossing the intersection there of Waterworks Road at US 82 in Columbus. So that's significant tornado touchdowns. Go back to the wind mode here. The fact you see that missing pixel, that's a sign of the radar thinking, oh no, that's too strong, that shouldn't be there, and it filters it out. Nope, that's where your tornado is right now at that intersection there. Let's refine this even closer. Let's get some other roads on here if we can. So there is Sand Road. This is Highway 12. And let's pull off the radar data for a moment here. So I mentioned just a moment ago, I get my car worked on there, Columbus Nissan, that's going to track very close there. Boone Road there, we can see that there's a few houses there in the way. This is fairly rural once you get just north of that, but there are a few homes that are in the way up here towards the intersection of Sand Road and Harris Road. That's where this is going to track. So tornado debris still reported on this, and by the way, when you, it's possible that it's hitting less substantial structures at the moment and less trees, and so that might diminish the debris the next scan here potentially. But the wind mode is conclusive that we have a tornado still on the ground in the northeast part of Columbus. Let's widen this for just a moment here. Let's make sure we're not missing anything else. We probably, oh man, Alan, if we heard anything out of Noxubee County. I don't have the tornado debris on that, but it has a significant signature on this one as well. So let's get a track on it. Okay. This is much more rural. Paulette, 6 minutes. Calyx right now. The motion on that more east. We cannot confirm debris, so we're not going to stick with it for a moment. I'm going to get a longer track just in case it takes us a few minutes to get back to you. Okay. So eventually, as you can see, Calyx right now, Paulette 7 minutes, Cooksville 11 minutes, Dinsmore 16 minutes, Memphis on the Alabama side in 21 minutes there. Damaging tornado potential out of this. We have had a few of these damaging tornado reports today, and we still believe we have one on the ground, weakening slightly as of the latest scan here. The debris mode, still very significant debris detected here on Storm Track Doppler radar. So don't take a change in my tone like weakening slightly to mean anything too much at this point. This still is probably a tornado on the ground at this instant. It is not. It is moving east-northeast at almost 50 miles per hour. And I'm not going to get a whole lot of folks here in the path of this that show up on the specific city, so we're going to have to do some more of this infiltrating some county roads. And again, that's probably our strongest pixel right there, not showing up. Youngblood Road there, it's moved just north of that dealership we mentioned just a moment ago there, Columbus Nissan, just pretty much right at that, if not just north of that. It's going to be crossing Gilmore Road within the next 3 to 4 minutes, and Harrison Road within that time frame as well, as it works its way toward Gun Chute Road, moving east and northeast toward a more rural part there of Lowndes County. Any reports coming in that we can verify? Any new reports on this?
Power is confirmed out in Columbus. I did see that
Power's
just
out
a
in Columbus?
second. Yes.
Okay, so power's out in Columbus there still. Now, latest scan near east, just east of where we were talking a moment ago there, near Ewell East Drive, tornado still likely doing damage at this moment there. Our tornado debris signature is just a little less significant, but we still believe this could be a tornado. There's no guarantees that even if it lifts, it doesn't put itself back down. That's the kind of strong tornadoes that we've had today, and so that's our concern. Still showing debris here, even on the precipitation mode. That's what that little area is there. That is tornado debris, we believe, to be on it. But power reported out in the Columbus area. If you know some folks down there, let's be saying our prayers for them. Let's hope this thing lifts before it gets to steam. This goes about 3 minutes until then. Warning coming for Lamar. That'd be Lamar County, Alabama. I think they're going to extend the tornado warning that direction there. National Weather Service in Birmingham. Haitoji in 21 minutes. It's moving toward you, assuming still that 50-mile-per-hour speed. Let's get a longer track in here. Vernon, it shows 24 minutes for you if it's able to hold together there. But significant rotation on that. We've got to bob south for a moment here because this is still a very significant return coming in on our storm in, this is Noxubee County. Could be significant. I mean, that's strong rotation, but we don't have the debris detected on here at this moment. So let's get a track and let's move back to Lowndes County simply because of all of the reports of damage that we have had to this point here out of that storm, or at least there have been significant indications. Paulette, 3 minutes, Dinsmore in 12 minutes, Memphis on the Alabama side in 18 minutes. A tornado potential out of that. We're going to know after it touches down. Unfortunately, we won't know before that, but could be significant. Have we retweeted those tornado pictures, by the way, coming from Alcorn County? Oh, he's on the phone. Okay. Sorry, a lot of things we're juggling here for a moment. So a tornado warning continues for southern Noxubee County until 6 p.m. And we have a tornado confirmed within the last 3 minutes to be on the ground in Lowndes County. I don't show quite as bright a pink there, so hopefully that's a sign our debris is spreading out some. Still a fairly tight tornado debris signature on this. That's what we're looking at here. This is tornado debris. And what this shows is when everything is the same, raindrops, dust, whatever, it's white. When it's not the same and it's trees and other things that we don't want to think about, it's other colors. Now, the fact that this is getting a little bit lighter means that this might have at least briefly lifted off the ground. Our tornado signature here is less impressive on the last 2 scans now, Storm Track Doppler radar. So I think our tornado might have briefly lifted. There's no guarantees it stays that way, but at this point it looks like it has at least briefly lifted as it moves toward the north and east at 50 miles per hour. Again, not getting any specific locations to pop into the track of this, but we're watching this extremely closely as it continues moving north and east. So let's come in here. Let's go back for a moment. Let's do a couple of things. First off, let's give some all clears. If you live in Columbus proper, we can come out of that tornado safe place. If you live anywhere south and west of Columbus, and I would say New Hope, we can come out of that tornado safe place as well. Is the family okay? Okay.
Channel 4 is off the air.
Okay. So, okay, I believe that, God. We say our prayers for Keith Gibson and all the folks down on WCBI, our sister station, well, not our sister station, but competitive station down there. And we all work together on days like this. Our reports they see, their reports we see, and we just pray for all the folks down there in Lowndes County. A significant tornado touchdown has occurred, and hopefully everyone's fine. Power is out in and around the Columbus area as a result of that, and that tornado continues to move toward the east and northeast at about 50 miles per hour. So I would put our tornado, if it were occurring just north of Highway 50 by no more than about a half a mile, at the very least, this is probably some damaging straight line winds as it continues to move toward the east, and that's the reason why severe thunderstorm warnings have from time to time been issued on these as well. I'm going to clear that out for a moment. We're going to get our storm speed down to 50 miles per hour on this, and then we're going to reset for the whole viewing area. So there's your track on the overall movement of these storms, assuming that slightly slower storm speed. Lake Lowndes area there at 534, eventually Ethelsville 540, Millport 545, and Kennedy and Palmetto closer to the 6 o'clock time frame. So let's go wide. Let's look at everything. Let's make sure we don't have something else developing behind this. That's a mean looking storm. Okay, firstly, let's go to a couple ways I'm going to do this. I need to go to temperatures for a second here, see if we can see the well-defined temperature drop with our front. It's not a strong front, but I don't show it overly well there. Maybe dew points will give us a better idea to make sure that this is our boundary here that's fully kicked through the area. Dew points down to 61 in Tupelo. So this is our main show. The secondary boundary is not filling in. That's a good sign. If you go back far enough, you can see there's still some storms that were back there. Those have eroded away. So this is the zone we're going to have to, obviously with that tornado, we'll have to continue to concentrate on. And then that tornado warning down for Noxubee County as well that we have to pay attention to. We've had multiple significant tornado touchdowns. And we continue to monitor that potential that perhaps this could be the next one, or has been, and we just haven't had the report yet because it's not as populated of an area. Let's go to the wind mode on Storm Track Doppler radar. Continues to be pretty significant, maybe not quite as significant as it was a couple minutes ago. And let's check the debris mode to check and see if we can catch something on here, because the debris has been lofted fairly high up the last few times we've had it. Nope, I'm not seeing any debris there, so that's a good sign. Hey, Alan, can we open GR on number 3 and get it polling data, and we'll go back and find out how high that debris was on the Lowndes County storm?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So Paulette, this rotation is over top of you. We cannot confirm that it is a tornado touchdown at this instant, but it remains a possibility as it moves in the direction there of Fairfield Road and School Road, that intersection there. We know we have some dedicated viewers that live in this part of Noxubee County, and we are praying for them, and we're asking you to do the same, obviously, but we expect this to continue to move toward the north and east, that speed at about 50 miles per hour. With that in mind, 50 miles per hour is a little less than a mile a minute, so we're talking about 5 miles away from Highway 32, so about 6 minutes or so based on that location. So let's assume the radar is a minute old at least, and so let's go 5 minutes or so for the Highway 32 area near the Alabama state line in Noxubee County. It'd be the edge of Noxubee and Pickens County. That's the area that we are concentrated on that potential that this could be trying to produce a tornado as well. Let's go north. This is a classic storm. You can see the way the heavy precipitation wrapping in on the backside there, and our circulation, that indicating the radar continuing to go back and look at all the scans and say, oh yeah, we definitely saw tornado debris, and that's what that's telling us back there. So that's not the necessary location of circulation at this instant. And our meteorologist, and let's get a mic on you so that we can start doing some of this. So Columbus, spokesman confirms damage downtown, emergency responders being held until the storm passes through. That makes sense. There's still lightning on this. It's going to be a few more minutes before that. So absolutely a possibility. So again, we now have confirmation that there has been damage in downtown or near downtown in Columbus, and emergency responders are being held until the storm passes through the area. And so there's still this part of the thunderstorm, and really it's technically, if you want to get arguing with it, a different thunderstorm back here is still producing lightning and heavy rainfall. They're waiting for that to get through before emergency responders get out there. So if you're listening to my voice and you're in a place where you need help, that help is on the way, but they're going to probably have to wait another 5 to 10 minutes before they get there. So we'll keep you up to date with the latest on this.